The atmosphere within the dank caverns was electric, as tiny Pennington emerged from the belly of a giant lizard, gasping for breath and clutching his wounds. Around him, the shimmering echoes of rushing water resonated off the rocky walls. Moss Kithblossom hovered overhead, keeping a watchful eye upon the group as they waded across the small river, the air tense with expectation. About 20 feet upstream, the river widened into a pool Moss remembered from an earlier flight. Using his keen senses, he noticed a troglodyte desperately trying to conceal itself among large mushroom-like fungi. He cast Toll the Dead, but the spell fizzled upon reaching the creature. Quick reactions from Urim Palebrook and Aurora Darkwater followed, with Urim's longbow strike and Aurora's ignited firebolt hitting true, ending the creature's threat. However, danger was not yet abated. Mystralith Shimmerdeep felt the swish of the second troglodyte's attack, barely evading its aim. In one fluid move, the Dragonborn swung his great axe, cleaving through his attacker in one swift motion, ensuring silence. Seeing the way clear, Moss scouted ahead, using his nimble wings to glide into another cavern, one reeking unmistakably of troglodyte dwellings. He registered their presence more through the overwhelming stench than sight, and flew northward, dislodging a makeshift mud barricade mid-flight with a triumphant tug. However, the room next held a giant lizard snapping at him threateningly. Spying a compelling sight, an ancient chest hidden in the corner, Moss attempted to lure the creature away. Successfully evading its repeated lunges, he darted back, securing the barrier. The thrill of treasure hunting diminished quickly, as Moss finally encountered a formidable troglodyte spellcaster, who became visible to cast crackling rays of fire. Fortunately for Moss, the magical bolts were wide of their mark. Undeterred by the language barrier and the brewing threat, he decided against risking his life to retrieve the chest's unknown treasures and return to his companions, deftly maneuvering past the giant lizard's trampings once more. Together, the party acknowledged that the cursed feasters were better avoided and resolved to seek Dwarven foundries. Heading towards the east, their path led them back through the wondrous Glitterhaim, resplendent with its stone formations and gigantic fungi, enchanting yet deceptive. It wasn't long before an unseen menace disrupted their progress. A Grick, camouflaged amidst rocky terrain, attacked with slashing tentacles, missing Tiny narrowly. Reacting swiftly, Urim, Mystralith, and Aurora struck with precision. Despite their initial misjudgments, Saren's spear managed to puncture the beast. Moss called forth a blinding flash of light, and the creature fell, lifeless. Not moments later, another Grick emerged, grappling Mystralith grievously with tooth and tentacle. Yet Mystralith shrugged off the pain, and with a thunderous blow of his great axe, the Grick was vanquished, aided by Urim's well-timed shot. Approaching the formidable iron door, Urim remembered their dwarven key recovered from the perilous depths of the sinkhole, its intricate gears aligning perfectly within the lock. The passage revealed itself as they climbed the staircase, arriving at an ominous octagonal room where dwarven statues stood guard, silent yet foreboding. Tiny's curiosity led him to open one of the doors, but before the stone wall opposite could fully register, the statues' axes descended with lethal intent. Snared by their trap and weakened by earlier battles, Tiny crumpled, injured beyond nature's mend. Moss lunged forward, his healing spell at the ready, stopped only by Mystralith's grim insistence on respecting his comrade's evident wishes. Avoiding a repeat, Aurora's mage hand opened the alternate door remotely, triggering an identical clattering of razor-sharp axes to harmlessly sweep the air. Taking stock, Mystralith examined the chamber thoroughly, his eyes reading subtle imprints within the dust, tracing towards an inconspicuous segment of the eastern wall. A concealed door awaited. Beyond it lay another climb. Yet midway up the stairwell, an unsettling tremor drew their steps to halt. The stone wall yawned wide like a mouth, issuing an archaic dwarvish warning that boomed in resonant authority. Finally reaching the summit, the door there creaked open. What lay beyond was cloaked in mystery, promising threats and riddles unwritten, and the final revelation of their subterranean endeavors loomed just beyond sight, waiting for the adventurer's grasp in the coming tale.